One. Hello and welcome to All on the Table RPG, where in our campaign of Arc City Arcane Blues, the Goblin's Whisper. We had a little detour last week with the spy-themed one-shot Roxy ran for us. But now we are back to the main campaign with our regular players. You have me, M, as your GM, and we got playing Jackie Masters. We got April.
Yeah, hello.
Playing Joe, we got Pixel.
Hey, hey.
And playing Ash, we got Roxy.
Hello.
All right, so I believe we want to start with some downtime actions now because last main session, y'all got a lot of experience.
Yeah, we kind of did.
All right, so who would like to do an action first?
Well, first I would like to level up. If that's okay. I'm gonna spend
Absolutely.
XP.
And what is Joe gonna buy?
Just a fourth point in glamour.
Oh, very good.
Now she is going to be extremely glamorous, and that's going to be very helpful in the long term, I think.
I think so too. Yeah. All right. All right. Okay, it doesn't look like either of the other two of you are good to level up at this moment. So let's actually talk about actions. April, let's start with you just because you're the first in the order of this on the screen. Everyone should heal back up your HP and EP, obviously.
Oh,
Nice.
You're getting our downtime. And so what is Jackie up to over the next week?
So, yes, I think what Jackie's doing is sort of sorry, she's disguising herself as one of like Genneva's goons, and then just kind of hanging around her and trying to pick up on any kind of rumors or useful information that might kind of help the Goblin's Whisper get out of her debt.
Okay. I need to actually double. What page? FX, what page are the downtime actions on?
Page 44 out of 199.
Page 44. Thank you. Downtime. Research facts. All right. So you're doing that as a 3 or a 5 XP?
Free XP.
3 XP? All right. Then let's pull those cards. One card. All right, so you can keep one of those two, and we'll put it down at the bottom there, beside Joe's favors, for you to be able to get some information, to be able to replace a card relating to Geneva or her goons. Because you follow them around for a bit. The way the move works is we don't really specify what you learn at this moment. It comes up as when it comes up in play, we'll call it out. So. All right, so we will delete that one and put a little text box over here so we know what this is. I'm going to change the color to make that actually visible. Why aren't we changing our color? Excuse me.
Did you select the text before changing the color?
I tried. I did that, didn't I? Now it won't even let me. Okay, come on. There we go. And it just. I don't even. Whatever. We're just gonna. I put it on the card. It's visible.
Okay, yeah.
I will fiddle with that later. It is not important, and the audience can't even see it because it's below your pictures. All right. Pixel, what is Joe doing for the rest of the week?
I was thinking Joe could probably like um, join Jackie to study some people, some goons around town, not just like Genervus, but like goons in general around town, like study their powers. That would be like the 3 XP variant. So,
All right. That's
so
another research.
yeah, research effect again. Yeah.
All right. Let's draw 2 more cards. Let's see what you get. Oh.
Since I only get to, since I can replace a reverse, I think I'm gonna take the 4 of Pentacles there.
Yeah.
I put it above this here, if that's okay. And yeah,
If you could just put it to the side, just put it to the side with it there, so it's
side or
not off.
below.
Either or, just so it's not just so it's also just not taking up screen space on the stream.
Okay. Is this good here?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, I think yeah, we can like do a scene where like we're looking at goons and like Joe's like, do you know what this guy does? And like Jackie is like, oh yeah, this guy, like I kind of know him a bit. He can do this.
I like the idea. You're just kind of watching goons in general, and you see some of Generva's goons, and Jackie's there in disguise and just kind of waves at you.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, like she helps Joe, learn about the powers of the different goons around town.
All right. And Roxy, what's Ash up to?
So yeah, I think after the events of last session, where Ash conjured an identity that then subsequently tried to take over their body, they're like want to sort of try and reach a sort of healthier mindset, and get more of a handle on things. I think Ash hits up Joe at the during work or something one day, and is like, "Hey, Joe, listen, you've got like a good head on your shoulders. You seem to sort of have a general grip on things that I clearly am lacking. You know anything about this like meditation stuff I keep hearing about? I hear it's like supposed to be good for like your sort of psyche and all that. You think you could like kind of just help me, like sit with me sometime and just like we can just like chill and.
Oh yeah, I can definitely do that. I heard about it a bit. I think you need to be like calm for that. So I do have some teas. They don't come up very often in the speakeasy, but brewing is not like mixing.
Sounds nice. It sounds nice. So yeah, I think they have a little meditation session, and that's going to be an overcharge power action for 3 XP.
Right.
So.
So that's the 3 XP, and because you did it with someone, you get it for free.
Yep.
All right, so that's 3 cards, and you keep Major Arcana if that's drawn. Otherwise, you discard them all.
Okay.
So let's see what you get. It's going to be like the one draw you don't get a major.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. You know what? That's a good one to have here because the specifics of the major don't matter for this move.
True. Oh, you know what though? The Hanged Man is more flavorful, so I'm gonna take the Hanged Man.
I mean, arguably, if you use your powers overcharge to like upheave the situation, the tower will work well too.
True.
But yeah, they both are very flavorful for this, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Hanged Man.
All right, we'll put the hanged man down there. Get rid of those two.
Oh, this is totally black.
Yeah, I know. It's a. You gotta highlight it without clicking off the thing and then change the color.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
I regret every decision I've ever made.
here. Just lower it there onto the hanged man, and you can see it kind of now.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, my trick is to select the color before typing in the text. That's why
Yeah.
it's all hot pink for me.
Yeah.
That would have been smarter, but we will worry about those later. All right, is that everything y'all want to do for downtime?
Yeah.
All right then. It's 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning. You just had a busy night at the Speakeasy, Joe. Where do we find you?
6 a.m. Probably sleeping out the night at her apartment, which I'm gonna say is probably like kind of a loft type situation.
Okay.
Because back in those days, lofts weren't like fancy; they were like the opposite. And she is
Yeah.
kind of a goblin.
Yep. Okay. Um. Yeah. You get woken up by a loud, angry knocking at your door.
Oh damn. Okay, yeah. She like gets halfway decent with like a robe, and like still rubbing the sleep out of her eyes. Like she like opens the door. And she's like, "What?"
You're opening the door, like opening the door all the way.
Yeah, opening all the way.
All right, you are the door. The moment you like start to open the door, it is pushed the rest of the way open, and in stomps Constable Ruth Lee with her badge and gun drawn.
Oh dear.
As you may recall, Constable Ruth Lee is a very large woman and police officer who is philosophically opposed to the concept of magic, and absolutely just no nonsense, very serious woman, and she to me, Josephine Let freaking Letripi.
Close enough.
She
What
can't
can I
pronounce
do
it
for
either.
you?
She's American.
Yeah. What can I do for you to this fine morning?
You are under arrest
Try
for.
not to be try not to be too sarcastic. Oh, under arrest.
Yeah, she puts away her badge and pulls out a set of handcuffs. You are under arrest for murder.
Which murder?
The murder.
That's so bad. You should never ask a cop that question, but
You really shouldn't, but.
Smart.
Where did my notes go? I lost me. Shit. You click one thing on a Google sheet and it just jumps all the way around. I lost my person's name. Yeah. There we go. You're under arrest for the murder of Al Mackenzie. As you might remember, Al was the spell fist in jail who was indirectly responsible for the crow's nest getting raided.
Oh yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, okay, I'll come with you to the station. And like she like puts her hands up like as in like cuff me.
Now, you look like a goblin. Are you like a goblin like size, or are you just a person
Yeah,
like regular human size that looks like a
I
goblin?
mean she is like a short, stocky woman, like think like Danny DeVito style, not
Okay,
like
okay,
Goblin style, but like she is very
okay,
short, she's stocky.
okay. So yeah, it's like regular handcuffs are gonna fit you.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, yeah. All right, yeah. So yeah, she pulls you out and drags you off to her car. You frankly, this car just makes like some kind of god awful noise and smells terrible as you get near it. Like this is not a proper vehicle with like with a magical engine. This is something else. Like you know that they're like used that like yeah no there were some other industrial engines that were being made, but those were being like those were like pretty much phased out by now. Anyone who still has one of those, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, internally, like Joy's like thinking like, gosh, what a weirdo. This is like a real purist, I guess. They really don't like magic.
All right, yeah. So you are taken off to the police station, and you are given your customary one orb call.
Hmm.
Who are you gonna call?
Does Okay, so does Joe have like a number for like a lawyer, like on the mob payroll, maybe?
Yeah, you have a number for Robert Kennedy.
Okay, right, Robert Kennedy, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess she calls Robert Kennedy because she is a bit she is not so silly as to like waste her one phone call on something that's not as useful as like a lawyer.
All right, yeah, yeah. You call. Um, If here's the thing is like I actually don't know what happens here. It is it's like you're like gonna say you'd probably save your call until later in the day just because you know that if you tried calling his office at like 7 in the morning, you're not gonna get anything yet.
Hmm.
There's no one there, and answering machines don't. There's no magical answering machines yet.
Yeah, I think she would call around like 9 or 10, like at the start of the day, but not like
Yeah.
as soon as she gets there.
Yep. You call. You talk. I. He goes. Hello. Uh. Is this a? All right. See, this is from the police. I don't
Hmm.
know. Yeah, but it is like based on It's based on ley lines the way that we've described the orbs working. Yeah, I guess should be able to tell where an orb signal's coming from. Yeah, okay. He's like, uh, uh it's like, oh, what did you? All right, what did you do, and what is it? And how much evidence is there? Come on, let's get this.
Yeah. Robert, you gotta help me, pal. They think I murdered Al McKenzie. I don't know what they have on me because they don't want to show me the evidence. But like, I think you should probably come by and like talk to them or something. You gotta believe me. I have no idea who this guy is. Not even like why he was dead. You have to believe me.
Uh, yeah, I'm reasonably sure you didn't do this, Joe, just because like Al's in jail and you're not yet. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there as soon as I can. Don't say, and don't say anything.
Okay, and also be sure to let the boss know that I can't be in tonight. And then she
Yeah,
winks.
well, I'll make sure a message is. I'll make sure a message is passed on.
Thanks, you're a lifesaver, Robert. I will give you whatever you need. Just get me out of here. And then she hangs up.
All right, it is going to take Robert a bit to get there, and you're going to have some. Ruth is not like actually interrogating you, but she is just doing general cop things to try and pressure you to start saying something. What are you going to do to try and resist her here?
Okay. So obviously she doesn't have liquor with her because that would be very stupid to bring liquor in a cop in like a police station when it's
Yeah,
the
no, you're definitely not going to have any contraband in the interrogation room. That would be very silly.
yeah. However, um, Joe is able to improve both alcohol and vibes. So I'm gonna make the vibes a bit better. Hopefully that helps with the
All
improve
right,
action.
all right. That is your glamorous check.
Yeah,
All
which
right.
is 4. Though I'm assuming this is gonna be with a penalty because I think this constable is a real hard ass, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I am going to say you're probably only going to get only going to get. Uh, it's not that big a penalty though, because you're still full in your. You're going to get a. You can still get 3.
Okay, that's good. Ooh,
Oh,
lovers.
mark another XP.
Yeah. All right, so I'll draw 3.
What does the lovers do?
I picked someone to discard a card if I recall correctly.
Yes.
So April, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to discard one of your 2 cards.
Understandable. This
Let's
guy with many sticks. That's the delete key, right? No.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. Bye bye.
Okay, so I will play. Oh, yeah, I think I can pass this one. So that's a 1 here. That's a 2 here, and I will play Justice, which I think is a combat one. So I don't think it's gonna help you that much.
Justice upright. The result of this action is bumped up 1 tier. If this is a combat check. Yep, you're right. That does not help you here.
Still, I mean, complete success is good enough.
Still a complete success.
So,
Yep. All right. Let me just check the wording on that move there. On a complete success, pick 2. All right. So, what are your 2 advantages you were picking here?
I want my next action using the vibes to be a checklist mixed success.
Okay.
And I want to impress. The constable, Ruth, because I don't think making the vibes very valuable is a thing that exists.
Hmm.
So, yeah, like I impress her somehow. Like I like wiggle my fingers around, and like suddenly like the air gets lighter, and like everything feels nicer, and like even the dingy like what I'm guessing this is like an interrogation room. Even the dingy interrogation room like starts to sparkle a bit and look like really nice.
All right, and does this like it is like oh, she is still fairly grumpy and non-hospitable, but it's less actively hostile now.
Nice.
And I think with a complete success, you managed to get her little loosened up, and she'll share information with her. It's a little bit of more information with you at this point, and be like, "Listen, we know you did it. the The perpetrator was a French goblin. The, you're the only one who could possibly fit that description in the entire city."
Oh no. Okay, yeah, that's out of character. That's pretty bad. Because like in character, like she keeps her mouth shut because she is a good mobster or
Uh-huh.
mobster adjacent person.
But you're a competent criminal. Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm. Damn, like no, interesting. Like she does like kind of like tilt her head when she hears like there's another French goblin up there.
It's like, come on, you gotta. Unless you're going to actually try and tell me that you have an evil twin. This literally can't be anyone else. Yours is not a common condition.
She nods and then she says, "And I told you I am not talking to you until I meet my lawyer. So I do what you call killing the fifth right now. Okay? I think the Fifth Amendment existed in the 20s, right?
I
I don't actually know.
I don't know. I am also Canadian. I don't know the history of when amendments are added.
Because I think like the 14th one came at the end of the war. The what's it called? The Civil War. I think the 14th Amendment was after that, so the fifth has to be before that. Like logically.
Fifth Amendment, Wikipedia. Da, 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 da. Oh, yep. This is added in the seven. This is added in the 1700s.
Okay.
1791. Yeah,
So,
yeah. So that definitely exists.
Awesome.
All right, yeah. So we're going to cut away from you. Jackie, it's 10 a.m. You did have a long day at work last night, but what are you doing at this point in the morning?
Uh, hmm. When does work start?
Probably be expected to be at the speakeasy.
Like it has to be like open like around 7-8, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you probably supposed to be at work about like 6 p.m.
Okay.
So it's still it's still a couple hours before you'd have to go do that.
Mhm, mhm. I think I might just go bother Lucy again.
So you might be going what?
Bother just at so- at Robert's like office, just kind of just chatting with the secretary because like she has to be there. So
Oh, yeah. Okay, then you get Oh, well, that's very convenient because then you would get it well, and Robert comes out of his office and goes, Jackie, this is very convenient. Tell your boss that Joe is not going to make it into work tonight, and probably not for the next couple of nights.
Oh, did something happen?
Yeah, she's been arrested for murder.
Can you elaborate?
That's about all I know, except for the fact that I am fairly sure she didn't do it.
Okay, well that's good.
What's that Al, the guy in the guy in jail with the fist.
Oh, Al?
Yeah,
I guess I didn't like him, but still.
yeah, someone whacked him. And apparently they think it's Joe. I'm going to go and have to find out sort this out. You stay out of you just stay out of trouble. I don't.
Will do, of course. You run along. I'll be out. I will not get involved in any way whatsoever. You can trust me. Wink.
Rolls his eyes at your wing, gestures at his secretary. You keep her out of trouble. I don't need any more of this from that. Any more of the Goblin's Whisper folks getting up in more trouble. This is. I don't know what is up with you three lately, but everything you do ends up coming back in here and making more paperwork for me.
I can make less paperwork if you want.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds ominous, so please don't. And he heads out. And the secretary, she just kind of shrugs a little bit. It's like, it's like, I mean, Al was a piece of work. Like, got his girlfriend killed and the speakeasy raided. Like, he had it coming, but
right. But I don't think Joe is behind it. Hey Lucy, have you ever seen a blood ritual?
No, can't say that I have.
Would you like to?
Okay, but you need the blood. If you were trying to manipulate Al's memories, you need the blood of someone that was close to him.
Me, I was Al's lawyer. That's got to count for something.
I'm going to say that's probably not going to count, but Ash does have a copy of his girlfriend in their head.
That's true, I do. Wait. Hold on, how does that actually work for the purposes of that power? Does Ash's blood count?
Your blood is her blood now.
I guess.
If she was still alive, then that might be more complicated. But since that's the only version of Lily in the world now.
Jeez, that's like troubling.
I guess what Lucy ends up seeing then is a failed blood ritual.
You know what? I will let you draw. I will let you make the underhanded draw for it, but you are going to do it at -1.
Ah, okay. So that's
because you're working with less things, so you will be drawn 2. Let me draw the board challenges. Queen of Cups. All right, Queen of Cups, Five of Swords, and Three of Cups. No, I said turn. Don't move.
Okay, so and I have to whatchamacallit back down to 1 after the check, right?
Yep.
Okay. And what do the cards do? It's taking a minute because I have a lot of major arcana all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's better in your hand than to get them reversed.
It's a good problem to have.
Oh,
So if they're in your hand, it means Roxy's not going to draw them reversed.
okay. So draw one of these.
All right, we got a High
Which
Priestess.
means I get to keep the other one.
Yep.
A magician or judgment. Ooh.
I mean, you could play both. You could play both of those.
No, actually, it's fair to use only the magician because it's gonna bump.
Oh yeah, the magician will. Yeah,
Yeah.
just playing just the magician would be smarter, and then you get to take both cards back to your hand because of the High Priestess.
This isn't that which one matches. Is there any point for to using judgment or?
No,
Okay, yeah. So
yeah, because the magician makes this a full success.
okay.
Yeah, you
And is there
actually.
like secret ultra success or anything?
Oh,
No.
you can't grab back the High Priestess. That's be a different card,
Ah, right. Okay.
by the way.
Yeah.
But the magician is fair game, so you can grab.
But can't.
So,
Okay. Let's clear those. All right. So you actually do manage to like conjure in the. You spill a little bit of blood on the table, and it forms into images of his Al's the last of Al's memories, and you do see someone that looks a lot like Joe, but honestly they just look their face just looks angrier, like, and their eyes are just narrower, their eyebrows more pointed, the teeth in their mouths just a little sharper, and they climb in the kind of slide in the window through the bars that don't look like they should have been able to fit in there, but you know, magic's a thing. Any number of ways that someone could get around that, and pull out a knife and just stab him a whole stab Owl a whole bunch. He does get a blow. He does manage to punch them with his glowing fist the once, and you see a bunch of fragments of those sharp teeth fall out of their mouth. But Al is dead, and the memories end there. And
And look,
uh, the secretary, she is in like slightly aghast at the like pretty grisly ritual, and then just seeing very violent memories in it. She's a little taken aback, but also very impressed that you managed to that you just did this so well. Like, wow, that's horrible. But like, that really did look like her, you know?
I do see the resemblance, but there's also some key differences. The teeth and her whole demeanor is very different. I think even during a murder, uh, the Joe I know would not be quite that angry. Um, that's about as much insight as I can provide, but would be very useful in this kind of situation.
Oh, what was that?
A detective. Come on.
Speaking of which, Ash, it's 10 a.m. in the morning. What are you doing?
Definitely asleep. Ash's sleep schedule is. There's no. I cannot imagine a world where Ash's sleep schedule isn't completely fine.
All right, then. A little bit later, Jackie makes her way over to Ash's apartment and presumably knocks on the door. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Best you just want to break in or something.
No, no. I think I'll also make like a cup of coffee beforehand.
I think depending on how thin the walls slash door are, you hear like a Christ Almighty, and as like Ash like rolls out of bed, throws a bathrobe on, opens the doors like, oh Jackie, hey, what's going on?
The shorter boss has been arrested for murder,
Oh,
and I don't think she did.
well, yeah. I mean, I'd hope she didn't do it. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, what are we gonna do about this?
I know you're words. You're the detective.
Nope, you're right. You're right. Um.
If it's
Hmm.
any help, I saw who did it.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I did a sort of blood ritual, and she shows up like a little cone finger.
One of those. Okay, cool. I mean,
Also, the victim was Al. That might help as well.
Oh well. Okay, yeah, that's pretty important to know.
So it could be
Hmm.
worse.
Now, I would do my thing with
Uh,
Al to like get a sense of it. It'd be really weird to have two former lovers living in my head together. That's gonna be a weird vibe. So,
So it's like especially when he killed me.
yeah.
I could try copying your thing. It would be. I'm gonna be deeply honest with you. It'll be slightly worse, but I could try doing what you do. Keep the happy couple separated.
Like, I mean, that's it's. Let's try that first.
Okie dokie. So yeah, I guess I tried to do hoax with Ash's ability.
All right. We'll get.
Oh,
All right, draw your 3 underhanded, and let's see what we got here. I'm going to look up what the Hierophant does.
The world's first communicable dissociative disorder.
Reversed. Okay, you cannot match the Hierophant because this does not use the Erudite style.
cool.
You do have the Magician, though, so, you can still make it a full success with just the 2, but...
True. Okay, yeah, so magician it up. And also play the too many swords.
Oh, it's 8 to 9. I love it. Also, this isn't the 10, but the 10 of swords is like my favorite card. It's like, oh, is that good?
All right, we'll clear those out. So yeah, you have now have a copy of Al in your head. Please make a note of that on your sheet too. He's like, oh, damn. What?
Hi there.
Hey. Yeah. Oh, shit, So I got attacked by a god. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, no, and listen, I have enough access to your mind here too. I know where we're at. Yeah, I agree that wasn't Joe. That definitely wasn't your. Listen, I haven't been around your establishment too much, but they always seemed real friendly. And that there was nothing behind those eyes but violence and anger. I don't. Oh, let me. Sorry, what are you going to say?
I'm guessing you hadn't met them before. Or, this not Joe.
No, I can't say I knew any. I can't say I knew any other goblin women. What were? Oh, come on! That was you. That was you being my lawyer. God damn it!
Okay, don't go snooping around too much now.
All right, listen. I don't think that was a real person. It didn't seem like it looked like a person, and but the way
looked like a goblin.
slipped in. Well, that's not what I meant. Joe's a person, you know.
Joe's a person. You're right.
Look
like a very specific person. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you.
Yeah, my point is like that it was kind of not really there. Like it was only wanted me to die. It only wanted me to die. It had a singular purpose, and it was carrying it out. Kind of like I knew this. Whenever the arena was starting to run low on willing participants, there's this one guy who could summon copies of people. It's kind of like one of those, but honestly, that guy was. Saying it was his Benedict was his name. He was always pretty chill. I can't imagine him doing that to kill people. He just did it for the sport of it. We wouldn't even do serious matches with those. with the copies, just like little exhibition matches. Blah, words are hard. Like I don't. So like, guess you could talk. Guess you could. We could try talking to him, or maybe there's another summoner who could make clones or whatever.
That makes sense. Does he work Saturdays?
He just kind of shows up when he shows up. But like, you probably find him there on the. He'll probably be there this evening.
Okay, great. She, after I guess just talking to herself for a minute, she sort of asks, "Okay, got a guy, Benedict. He works over at the arena. He can make clones apparently, but is chill enough that he probably didn't do the killing. So that's something."
Okay, alright, seems like a good lead, yeah.
So am I just stuck here now?
I'll ask. Is he just stuck here now?
No, like you can get rid of them. It's just really difficult.
Practically, or sort of the moral implications of just sort of poofing a guy.
I mean, like, okay, like psychologically, they are like split off from your own consciousness and understanding of the person. So, like, dissolving them is like reabsorbing them back into your own identity. So it's like you're not killing them, but like.
Al, any thoughts?
I don't understand a single word they're saying. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I think that means I'm mostly stuck here. Cool.
Yeah. Do you want to take a real quick nap?
Yeah, I suppose.
Just very quickly absorb him.
Okay.
You would technically have to draw for that, given that
this.
the
Okay,
archetype
I need to
power.
hold on. Look at what is the? I guess you would
Is
still
it
do
hard?
that with.
Oh, sorry. Is it harder to lie to him because he is in my brain?
I gotta say probably a bit. Yeah, I guess you could make another. If you were going to deconstruct him, you were going to need to make another underhanded roll for that.
Okay. How many cards do I get rid of from?
Oh,
last
awesome!
time?
Yeah, you need to get rid of those two of those cards in your hand
Okay.
because you shouldn't have those.
I could also use my saved card to do this just for you.
You could if you want to do that instead before we draw the cards.
Yeah, I just realized I could do that. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, yeah, get rid of your card, and I guess we'll
yeah.
get rid of that tag there.
Yes.
Don't need it
yeah,
no
so
more.
I think Ash is like, wait a minute. Okay, hold still, and they like put a hand up to your forehead, and like kind of glowy light stuff happens, and they're like, all right, I think that should have worked.
Hello.
Oh God.
Yep.
Oh. I just realized you could totally just do that to just anyone's identity.
Yeah. Yeah, I sure can.
I guess you could also just make
scary.
And you also just could make somebody's identity somebody else too.
Yeah, I could do that.
Just shuffle some people around, you know.
I mean, arguably, Ash could have been the culprit here, like removing Joe's identity, putting a new one in, sending them out to like do the murder, and then bringing the old one back in and removing the bad one out. That could be doable by
That
Ash.
could be doable.
I hope that's not the actual situation, but that is doable. Wow.
I mean, Ash might not even know.
Oh no,
It's a
the
troubling
quartermaster is
power.
back.
You should have asked Al if you could have borrowed his power before you zapped him.
I should have.
Oh, shit, that would have worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to retroactively say you did that?
No, I think I'm just gonna regret it.
All right, yeah. Then we're going to move on, and it's
Can I have a mini scene, please?
yes. I was about to go back to you anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yeah, I do want to state that at this point, like, it's starting to sink in to Joe that like she has been arrested, and this is probably karma again. This is probably like because she did too many bad things. Now it's like catching up to her again, and that's a scar all
Yeah,
making
that's your
itself
karma
known to
scar.
her. And like at this point, she's like, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! It's probably like Ash's fault somehow. Like Ash is like the one who made me get arrested somehow." Because like she thinks Ash is the arbiter of karma right now. So
This is so fun.
yeah, that's what happens when you draw the reverse tower, baby.
And you could probably come to the conclusion in character that you just came to out of character that Ash could totally have made you do this.
Exactly. Like at this point, like she is convinced, like Ash did that, maybe, probably, and she's kind of freaking out. And then I guess whatever you were adding ready for me can start with that like mindset, which I'm gonna really enjoy playing.
Also, just like as an aside for the audience at home, I'm plural in real life. I promise I'm not doing like a fucked up bad representation thing.
All right, we're going. What was the plan here? All right, yes. Robert Kennedy comes into the office and is like, "All right, give me a moment with my. I'm Robert Kennedy. I am Josephine's lawyer. Please give me a moment. Please give me a moment with my client. Thank you." And Constable Lee reluctantly leaves the interrogation room and says, "All like, whoop. We'll be back." And yeah, he's like, all right. So I've looked at what they've got on the file. It says that another goblin woman did this. One of the guards said they heard the altercation, and it was yelling something in French. So that's what they're thinking about you. Do you know anyone else with who's been cursed the same way as you?
Oh, Colin, she says. She's like kind of like freaking out, like she goes, I think Ash did this. I think Ash like is getting back to me for some reason because of all the bad things I've done.
Ash,
listen. What Ash could have done is like, add a new personality in me while I'm sleeping, and like make that personality kill someone, and then I come back, and it's like I killed someone.
Is that what Ash's power does?
I don't know.
I always thought that they just like made copies of people and could talk to them.
I mean, what if? What if that's
Why?
what they want you to think?
Why? Okay, but like, that's not important. That's not. We could talk about means later. Why would Ash want? Why would Ash even want to frame you for this? They work for you.
Yeah, but I did bad things. Like the other day, I watered down their whiskey. I didn't think they would notice, but maybe they did.
That that seems like an incredibly disproportionate response there.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know. Maybe I deserve it. You know,
I
like at this point, like she's burying her head into her hand, and like she's like just saying, "Colin, Colin, Colin," like all like over and over.
listen.
Translators note: Colin is like kind of like "dang" in Canadian French. So
All right, now I'm going to be clear. Most of my clients, bad people. You, uh, one of the better ones. I'm going. I I will I will talk to Ash about this and see what they have to say. I guess, but I really can't imagine them wanting to frame you. You know that puts them out of the job. That puts all of you in Generva's bad graces, and you really don't want to be in those. Trust me.
mhm.
Like I, so I'm going to ask you again. Do you know anyone else who has had a goblin curse?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Wait, wait. The guy Al, he was in jail, right?
Yeah, he was in jail. The assailant apparently came in through the window and stabbed him a bunch.
Okay, and they have witnesses. What did the assailant do afterwards? Did they just leave by the window?
Um, yeah, apparently it just kind of slipped through the bars.
Okay, okay. I think I can prove it's not me. I can't go through bars, and like usually these bars are like warded, so you can't use that much magic on them, right? So it can't be me because I can't use like a magic thing to make me go through bars. I
Yeah,
would need to be able to do it myself.
that's a, that's a pretty solid defense. All right, we'll go with that. So you really, but if we don't have any, the fact of the matter is, it's like then we gotta. That's enough that we could probably win at trial, but that is going to be that is going to be an incredibly lengthy process. If you want out of here sooner than that, it would be real helpful if we could find another suspect to try it, who could have done this.
Okay, okay. I think I got an idea. So the other day, like literally like 2 or 3 days ago, I was looking with Jackie at like people with powers, right?
Right,
And I
right.
gathered information on them, right? So I think I know someone who might be able to do this. Um, I don't remember their name, but like I think they could make copies of people. And I would like to use my research of facts to like replace one of the reverse cards on the check to make sure that like the identity gets like what's the word found maybe. Would that work?
Um. Yeah. What style would you say this would be?
Um, Probably either underhanded or erudite because like underhanded because it's like about the underworld, but erudite because it's like literally about like finding someone's identity.
All right, I'm going to say. I'm going to say underhanded. This, and we're going to draw those cards. Up there's the world.
It's very useful to me because it's not like in combat right now, but it might be dangerous down the line. I love it. I will replace. I will. Oh yeah. I guess I have to replace. I could replace the world actually, but I do want the XP, so I will replace. Um, I will replace the 7 of Wands with the 4 of Pentacles. That's okay. So
All
now
right.
it is sorry, it's underhanded. So I draw 2, and the target will be bolstered by this somehow. I don't know how you want to work this out, but like it does make whoever is doing this like more powerful somehow.
Yeah, I think I know how we're going to do this. Let's see
Awesome.
let's see how much of those you cover though.
Awesome. So first, I will cover this here with this here. Um, which one is that? That's the 9. Okay, so I will cover this here with this here, and that's gonna be a mixed success, I guess.
All right, all right, all right. Robert stands up from the. So yeah, you managed to remember the name of Benedict. You know that he's not really affiliated with any of the other families, but it does work by the arena and can make copies of people. Uh, but as you're saying this, Rob, Robert looks less and less happy as you're saying this. Eventually, does start to stand up and opens up his jacket and pulls out a lot. Goes in leans the chair up against the door. The chair he was sitting in up against the door handle so that the door cannot be opened from the outside, and then pulls out a large knife and is going towards you.
Okay.
You've not been talking to Robert. You've been talking to to a copy.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm guessing. Here's a question: Would Joe be like still in a bathrobe, or would she be like in a prison uniform at this point?
You'd be in civilian clothes, but I think
Okay.
we're going to retcon it. Ruth would have let you put on actual clothes before bringing you downtown.
Okay.
Would not have like arrested you in your bathrobe. That's just cruel.
Okay, fair enough. It's not really of any consequence. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Okay, so a knife. Okay, I'm gonna be creative. I'm gonna be really creative and hope that this works. So the vibes right now are really bad, right?
They sure are.
So if I were to turn all of the vibes into alcohol, the vibes would become neutral, right?
I suppose that stands to reason.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna like turn all the vibes in the air into alcohol. I'm guessing like moonshine at this point, and like just let it get to the floor. I don't care. I don't want to be caught with alcohol on me either way. But yeah, I just like neutralize the vibes as much as possible. Would that work?
Yeah, sure. What is the roll for the change in thing? That's
Opus
erudite.
is erudite. Yeah.
All right, let's draw 3 cards here for your reverse. The owl, my swords.
Oh yeah, is that good?
The hermit. And the fool.
Ooh, 2 XP. Back to 9.
Well, there you go. At least you can level up again next time.
Yeah. I don't remember what they do though.
Hold on one sec. Let's see. Da, 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 da. All right, the fool reversed. This action's check cost is increased by 1 HP even on a complete success.
Okay.
So you are going to get a little bit stabbed.
Okay.
And the hermit. The player must ask an insight question about the situation and they will not like the answer.
Oh, that's very cool. I like this. Alright, I'm gonna draw my cards. Draw 3. Get. Okay, oh, wow, yeah, I can get a complete. Hell yeah. So, swords to swords. Cuffs on the fool, and cuffs on the hermit. So I'm gonna take 1 damage at any rate. Putting that down.
Yeah, so the way I'm seeing this is you are focusing on transforming the vibes into it. Now, normally you have a container you can focus it into, so just doing it just ambient across the room is a little more tricky for you. So while you're focusing on that, the copy of Robert Kennedy does get in close enough to you to nick you with the knife before everything gets doused in moonshine, and the vibes are more neutral and it kind of loses focus for a moment.
Awesome. The hermit question. Um, okay, so I can ask a question. I don't think it's an inside question. It's just any question, right?
It says an insight question.
Oh, inside question. Okay, cool. Who's in control?
Also, for your own notes later, there's a typo on this one. It just says must, not must.
Yeah, yeah. I'm literally writing it back correctly as we speak.
All right. Yeah. So, what is your question?
Who's in control?
Who is in control? What is an answer to this that you wouldn't like?
Ash.
Yes, but I can't do that to Roxy.
I know.
Good God, mod me.
I can't pull a full Fight Club here on Roxy. That would be mean.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I certainly wouldn't like to know that I don't know who controls the situation. That I was wrong completely with like the thing that I assumed. Or if you
No
prefer,
one's in control. This is a very elaborate accident.
I think it's Who should it be? Who is in charge? Who is in charge? Okay, from what you've seen, though, that the copy, the copy to have gotten into the interrogation room, like even if they do have some kind of ability to get through windows and doors like that, they'd still have to like pass through a lot of cops. So for the copy to have made it this far, this cop Benedict or whoever is making these copies, if not Benedict, is in league with is in league with the police. The person most in charge right now is Commissioner Alex Thomason.
Okay. Commissioner Thomason. Okay. I definitely don't like the idea that the cops are framing me. That's for sure.
So right now you are in a position of you're in an advantageous position against these against this coffee. What are you doing? Like your
Uh,
neutral vibes are not going to hold out against its orders very long.
yeah. And as a follow up, I think I'm going to try and ooh. Looking at my stats, I don't think I cannot forcefully disarm them because I have 0 in forceful, and I have 1 in quick. So, can I underhandedly disarm them? Would that be doable? You think, or would it need to be quick?
I would take underhand. I would accept underhanded in this particular moment if you're like trying to do it sneakily while they're confused.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I underhandedly try to disarm them and get the knife in my hands.
All right, let's do some drawing. 1, 2. Yeah, that's another XP.
Damn. Okay. I'm gonna draw my 2 now. Hopefully, I get some good stuff. Oh boy.
The PC loses 1 HP and 2 EP.
Okay, 1 HP and 2 EP. So that's a
All right,
5.
depending on how your check goes here, we will figure out how you lost those in a second.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's gonna be due to failure because I only have ones right now, so that's gonna be 8. Look, come on, get out. There we go. It's gonna be a strenuous success at best. This is gonna get discarded because at least I get another XP, so
Yeah.
not too shabby.
All right. You're actually going to lose 3 HP
Mm-hmm.
because you like managed to like pull the knife from its hand. It looks down and it looks confused, sees you have that knife, and it pulls out a bat. The copy pulls out a match from in its coat.
What now?
A match.
Oh no! Oh,
Yeah,
the
and
moonshine.
it's going to light the moonshine that is covering everything in this room on fire. Um,
Oh no!
it is definitely burning up, and it looks and if this was like an actual full physical being, that would probably be very painful to it. But yeah, it doesn't seem to care that much.
Damn. Okay.
You
Yeah,
care a
that
bit more
explains why I
about
lost so much weight.
that fire, and you get burnt there.
Yikes. Okay. Quick question. Did they have like fire detectors back in the 20s?
I don't think so.
Oh no. Okay. Did they have like one-way glass in the 1920s?
Yes, but they wouldn't be allowed to use it. You're with your lawyer.
Okay, so we. Oh, and they're probably like, oh, fine with me dying anyways. Okay, fair enough. Um, gosh, how do I get out of this thing?
Yeah, at the very least, Ruth definitely would not know about this because this would be some magic. This would be some magic stuff that she would not approve of.
That's true. That's true. Um, all right. I think I'm going to like run to the door and start like hammering it with like my fists so that like maybe someone can hear and like start yelling fire.
All right, I am just going to make a single card draw to see how that looks for you. See if someone's hearing that. That is a 4 of wands. What do wands mean again in tarot regularly?
There's an annex to the thing that has a meaning for every card. Let's see,
Appendix
page 194 of 199.
194. Thank you. 194. All right, we got the 4 of wands. Celebration, joy, harmony, relaxation, homecoming. Yeah, in this situation, I think somebody comes to the door. Somebody like that. Ruth hears you banging on the door, opens it up, sees this happening, and goes like, as forcibly pulls you out of the room and slams the door back shut before the copy can freak you, and it's like, oh, what what is happening?
Oh,
What is
constantly,
going on?
I could marry you right now. You're so amazing. You saved me. This was not my lawyer. This was some sort of evil copy of my lawyer that tried to kill me. I could probably bet you that if you reopen the door, it's gonna be on fire. It won't even care.
She does look through the window, and yeah, it's just kind of. It is just kind of standing there in the moment. I'm going to be honest. I did not. I truthfully did not believe that there was magic that was making such lifelike copies of people, but this would strongly suggest that somebody who can is out to get you and put question into whether or not you were the one at the prison.
Yeah, see, I kept telling you I didn't do it. Like like he kind of winked.
How much HP do you have left?
3.
Oh, she just kind of look at you as like, I am calling you an ambulance. Once the doctors give you the okay, you can go home, but do not leave town. Do not leave town. This is not over.
Thank you, Gossively. I can tell you something. I know a good detective. Together, we're gonna find out who did this, and we're gonna bring the real culprit to you. I promise.
I would really prefer you don't do that, but I cannot stop you. And I think this is a good moment to go for our break. So we will be back in 15 minutes. Hello, and we are back to our game of Arc City Arcane Blues, The Goblin's Whisper. When we last left off, Joe got taken to a hospital for getting badly burnt and a little bit stabbed fighting an evil clone of their lawyer, which, you know, put some doubt into whether or not they were the one who broke into the prison to commit a murder or not. Um, af- and I think we will turn our attention back to Jackie and Ash. Um, so I guess the two of you are. Where are you going from where we last left you, having gotten a lead about Benedict who works at the arena?
I assume we head that way. We headed towards the arena.
Well, he
All
works
right,
at the
so you
maybe
are.
we should go to his house. But also, I didn't ask where his house is, so.
All right, you are going to the arena, and now, if I remember last time you were at the arena, it didn't. You caused a bit of a scene going after after that ritualist.
Yep.
So people are not happy to see you. Are not happy to see the two of you. You're kind of stopped by a large bouncer who has given himself some distinctly werewolf-like features. Like, all right, now that some large large furry limbs with animal-like claws at the end and some large sharp fangs in his mouth, and he's like, all right, now you two are not welcome here. Not after last time.
What? Okay, so you're mad at us for causing violence in the murder pit?
One, you don't. We don't. It's not a murder pit. People aren't. Yeah, people. Sometimes people die, but that's not the point of the pit. Two, you didn't do it in the pit. You did it in the stand. You did it in the stands. The audience is not supposed to be in danger.
All that interactive entertainment, baby.
He is not laughing. This is me. I do think I need to call for a check though if you're going to try and convince him like so.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is going to be a.
Please be diplomatic.
What diplomatic would be, you'd have to be convincing him that it's in his best interest, not charming him though. What you're doing was more charming.
All right.
You're too charming. That's the problem here.
I'm so charming. Like my number went over 4 and back down to 0.
Yeah, I don't think that's quite how that works, but
Integer overflow.
I mean, you could always spend EP another card, and you have your
I
one
will
in your
definitely
hand.
do that.
But if you want to try a different tact before I make you draw, you could go for it too. That's also an option.
No, this is. I'm playing with what I'm dealt.
All right.
Glamorous. Queen of Wands, King of Swords.
And the rainbow.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend 2 EP.
Art of the cards can only be used once per.
I was only
check.
1 EP, perfect.
Sorry.
If no one has any good cards, I could also stack the deck and give you judgment.
Well, my heart of the cards uses the devil, so that's good for me. So I'm gonna play the devil, and then my Ace of Cups from my hand. That's about all I can do.
I mean, it's a mixed success. That's good.
That's a mixed success. What does the devil do?
The PC may perform a free and completely successful non-combat action immediately after this check. You must benefit them primarily.
It's one of my favorite cards.
Alright, so how does this play out? Your werewolf bouncer looks over the two of you and is like, "All right. We both know you're not. We both know you're not here to watch the fights. Who are you looking for? I will send them out, and you can talk to them out here without causing the scene.
Okay.
We are not letting you in again. But like, I don't want to make this. I don't want to make this a whole thing. So we could just get what you're looking for and get you out of here. That's better for all of us.
Yeah. Okay. We're looking for a. Well, it was Mr. Benedict, right? No, we were looking for Mr. Benedict.
Benedict? Oh yeah, I know Benedict. All right, I will. I'll send I'll get him out here for you. And he goes inside and leaves the two of you out front there by yourselves.
So I'm calling it now. If he comes out with a fake evil clone of Benedict, I'm gonna be very angry.
I mean, imagine if Joe were here.
Speaking of which, we are going to go back to Joe. An ambulance was called for you and did take you to the hospital. Did you stay at the hospital and get treated, or are you going to do something reckless?
Oh, you know it. I'm gonna do something reckless.
All right, what are you doing?
So, I think Joe is going to get out of the ambulance, follow them in, and as soon as people aren't looking at her, she slips out and goes to the arena because she remembers that the Benedict works at the arena, so that's probably where it would be, and that's where she is going to end up finding Ash and Jackie.
Yep, absolutely. The two of you are waiting there for Benedict to get brought out, and Ash, looking incredibly worse for wear. very badly burnt, a little bit stabbed, is comes down the street.
Oh my god. Oh, you.
Huh?
Oh, no. I'm glad to see you, but man, you look things look rough for you. What happened?
So you like she does that, Jackie. You remember that guy we talked about the other day? The guy who can make copies of people.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I
Benedict.
think he has it. He has it against me right now because he tried to threaten me with a murder, and now he sent an
Oh.
evil clone of Robert Kennedy to kill me in the interrogation room. I managed to get myself out, but I don't really want to stay at the hospital because you know me, I like to be where the action is. So yeah, I guess you found out about Benedict too. So it's like, do you know where he is?
Yeah. I mean, I think he's about to come talk to us.
Good, good. I would like to give him a piece of my mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, like, she coughs a bit and there's smoke coming out of her mouth.
Oof.
As you're having this conversation, the werewolf guy comes back out with Benedict and is like, "Oh, all right, here's the guy. Go take whatever business stuff." Oh, you're here. You're here too now. Oh, you
What does Benedict look like?
Bened Benedict is a shorter, kind of heavy set man. Definitely not the usual kind of guy you'd see at the arena. Um, but he's got very, very dark brown eyes that you could just when he looks at you, you just kind of feel like he is seeing more than he really he is like looking like more directly into you than you were really comfortable with whenever he meets your gaze. He's got on a fairly nice tailored suit, and werewolf guy looks at Joe and is like, "Oh, I got honestly, if you were here with your employees soon when they first showed up, I would have just told you to just go home and get some rest. Whatever you think you're doing is going to go. It's not going well for you tonight."
Don't tell me about it. I know what happened to me, and you would not believe it if I told you. And then, like, she turns to Benedict and, like, she goes, like point blank, do you know me?
I mean, I know of you. Jo- Josephine. You're the proprietor of that Goblin's Whisper establishment.
Okay, so here's the deal. Just last night, someone was murdered by a copy of me, and just before I came here, a copy of my lawyer tried to kill me. And so I'm putting one and one together, and it's like it's starting to add up as Benedict to me. So here's what I'm thinking. Do you know people like you who can do copies, or was that you all along? She is like as an aside, she's past like being cordial to this guy. Like, cause like in her mind, the reason she had like the worst day of her life is because of this guy.
I mean, I am not. I. Um. Which one of you has the ability to tell when someone's lying? I know one of you does.
It's me.
I'm forgetting who. That is Jackie?
Jackie has scan bait, yeah.
Yep, okay.
Or scan bait.
Yeah, so he's just like, oh, I do not personally know anyone else who can do what I do, but I can assure you that I have had nothing to do whatever is happening with you, and yeah, no, he is completely lying.
Yeah. Just gestures to Joe, just like,
Nothing to do with me, you say. Okay, I guess I don't have another thing to do but believe you in that case. Except that I don't believe you. Here's the thing. I didn't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you now. As soon as I mentioned your name, my lawyer, my so-called lawyer, turned on me and tried to kill me. Why would they do that if you had nothing to do with them? You can see they almost succeeded, in fact. And let me know if you need me to draw or anything.
You, Alright, I will really feel like you are like threatening him more, and that would be normally be forceful, but you don't have forceful, and
I mean, I can do what happened earlier. I can like do a hard red cards and hope that I have for the best.
I'm just worried about killing you at this point. But yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna do.
So here's the thing: if my HP goes to 0, I get a scar. I don't
Yeah,
die
you don't
unless
die, bud.
So forceful it is. Hell yeah.
Well, at least there are no majors there, making it worse.
Yeah. Although, let me check my what I can do with calling a favor. I might call in a favor for that one. Let me just double check what I can
Take a
do.
shot, everyone. Without fail.
So yeah, I guess I could do material support, but I'm not sure how I would get it. So I'll just draw a hard the
I mean,
cards.
the material support, I think, in this case would just be, somebody.
Somebody who owes me a favor around here.
Yeah, they just
But we're
happen to
like
be they
outside
just
the
happen to
arena.
be in
So
the arena and like walk by the door and see this happening.
if you think that makes sense, I would be very glad.
What are your other options here for calling a favor?
I mean, I'm gonna probably do a harder cards. Other than that, and I can only do one of those. And there's also the fact that Jackie can help me. So
yeah, I was going to suggest stack with that.
I mean I don't need to use my call in a favor, but if I could, that would be nice.
All right, yeah, I'll let you do it.
Okay, cool. Calling in a favor to draw an extra card. Like I mean while it's happening, like someone like is you know notices me and Benedict like just standing there for now. Maybe that's gonna come in handy, maybe not.
Who is this though? Who is noticing this?
Um, Robert England. First thing that popped into my head. Let's just say he's a guy with a big scar on his face, like a burn
Okay.
scar, covering like one of his eyes. And he's a rough and tumble kind of guy. He sometimes participates in the arena fights, sometimes he doesn't.
Okay.
So delete that. Draw one. Then depending on I get, uh, that's a one sword. Okay, I'm going to do the heart of the cards as well, so that's a 1 EP less. To draw a card. Okay, it's almost as if I had a draw. Okay, so I'm gonna put that here, and that's all I can do. So if you want to use judgment, Jackie, like that'd be good. If you want to keep it, that's fine. I'm fine with extraneous success.
Yeah, I'm happy to use judgment.
Okay.
So let's.
I think judgment only has an effect in combat rolls, so that's not gonna be coming in
Yeah.
handy. Yeah.
Oh, I was reading the reversed forecast, so I was like, oh no, everyone's gonna lose the card. No.
Okay, no. I outside of combat, I can restore EP, so that's gonna be useful. Thank you so much for this, April.
No problem.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I go with a mixed success.
All right. So yeah, you get him to back down. It's like, all right, yeah, I summoned the goblin. I summoned the goblin to the copy of you to the jail, and then I sent the lawyer to the copy of Robert to the police station to just find out if you had if you had connected it back to me, and if you did, it was supposed to take care of you. It obviously didn't succeed.
All right. So my question now is, what's to stop us from bringing you to the station, doing a citizen's arrest?
And Robert England comes up behind him and cracks his knuckles to accentuate the point. And wait, Roxy,
Yeah,
you never got your devil's action, did you?
I never did get my devil
Ooh.
action.
That keeps happening.
It's
Yeah,
easy to forget.
got away before it could do it. But now is a good time.
Yeah, now's a good time if you have something in mind.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's a free success on something that benefits you primarily.
What would I even do in this situation that would benefit me?
I mean, the easy thing that comes to mind for every single devil action to me is pick someone's pockets.
Sure, I could just pick this. I could pick the guy's pocket.
Pick Benedict's pocket or something like that. And you immediately have some leverage over them, and even if you don't, you have money.
True. Yeah, I take Benedict's wallet.
Okay. You take his wallet. Are you going to look into it, look in it in front of him, or are we going to do that later?
No, I'll stuff it in my pocket and like hold on to it for later leverage.
It's like, anyways, Benedict is like cowed by your parts here. Is like, oh well, I suppose there's nothing stopping you from taking me there, but as you are as he is saying this, you notice two more Benedicts walk out of the doors of the arena and go in opposite directions down the street.
Is there one still in
Do
front
you
of
have
us?
the right one? Yeah, there's still one in front of you. It's like, oh, do you have the right? Do you have the right me?
Yeah. Are you the real one?
That's a good strategy.
That is a good strategy, and it's like, oh, he's like,
Your silence speaks volumes.
yeah, no, I'm just trying to figure out. It's like, oh, what could he possibly even say here? What, like, oh, well, obviously not. That plan wouldn't work if I was the real one.
Is that true?
That is absolutely that is absolutely true. This is not, you are not talking to the real Benedict.
Okay.
Damn it.
Dang.
I would like to. I would like to use my power
Okay.
to construct the identity of Benedict in my head.
All right. Let's clear out all of. Oh, are you doing cards on the table?
No, sorry, that's my extra card that I was discarding.
Oh, okay.
It's not relevant.
There was just an extra card there, and I was like, I don't know where that came from. Okay.
All right, we got the 6 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, and the 5 of Cups. I will draw 3 cards. Perfect. Oop. Bam. 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 Oop. What does the Wheel of Fortune do? Player
You may
discards
discard as many cards as you want, and then draw until you have 3 cards in your hand. So yeah, since that used all the cards in your hand, just draw 3 cards.
Cool.
And no max hand size.
Got it. Right, I got it.
All right. You construct a copy of Benedict, and all right, we are actually running a little late now, so I think we're. No, we're not. We're supposed to be good night. Yeah, Benedict is like all. I mean, you know how shell games work, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. My strategy was going to be I was going to ask what is something I could do to definitively draw out the real one. But
I mean, that's still a thing you do because you still need. The only thing it really confirmed is like, yeah, no, none of the ones that you saw are going to be the real one, but right now,
yeah.
but so drawing out the real one, here's the thing: is the other person, most of the other ones that have been most helpful to you have been people who have been dead. Like Benedict knows that he's a copy of a real person, and the real him is still external, so he's less cooperative at this point. I am going to call for a draw here. I think it should be
Sounds like,
diplomatic.
yeah, diplomatic feels like the right one.
Yeah, diplomatic feels good here.
Two of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Death.
Ooh.
Death reversed is reveal an extra reversed card and must be matched. You know, everyone's always saying Death is not a bad card. It just means change. Maybe they should have put a Skull Knight on there. Just a thought.
All right, it is the Page of Pentacles for your other card.
Okay. And I will draw two.
Aren't you glad you had the Wheel of Fortune?
If I fail this, let me be struck by a flying ice cream truck and live. Okay. I got. So I'm gonna match the Page of Pentacles. I'm gonna match the Two of Pentacles, and then I got the Sun and the Moon.
Ooh, the Sun and the Moon.
Yeah.
What do the Sun and the Moon do? The Moon, upright, avoid any consequences if it's a mixed action, but it's not. And the Sun, restore the PC's health back to full. You haven't been hurt yet.
Well, maybe I should have just played only one of those, but whatever.
If you want to take the Sun back, you can.
I'm
But
gonna take the Sun back.
Although you do have to discard back to one anyways.
Well, yeah, I'll discard the other one. Well, that happens after. But so yes, this is my.
all right, then as all right, so as you're talking, you talk to him, you manage to get it. It's like, oh, what actually would draw Benedict out?
A giant check for $1 billion. Sorry.
Oh, I gotta put
A delicious steak.
No, here,
What was Mr. Benedict's first name?
Benedict is
add?
his first name. He hasn't actually got a. You haven't been given a last name.
Oh, okay.
His last name is Arnold.
Benedict, honestly, the one thing Benedict really does love is the arena, and that's why he does this for the arena. He does this for the arena. But like, there are, as you've seen, like his copies are convincing enough that he could do a lot more of it than just like make guys to fight.
Yeah.
But like he's doing that for the love of the game, and if you were to say, make it look like not surrendering himself might bring police down on the arena, might bring the authorities down on the arena, that is something that could get him to come out. If you could convince him of that.
Okay, yeah. I think what's gonna happen then, we're still like standing right outside the arena, yeah?
Yeah.
I think Ash is going to pull aside someone who's walking out of the arena. and they're gonna be like, "Hey, can I speak to you for a minute?"
I mean, yeah, you've got the what was the name of the guy again? Pixel, sorry.
Robert England.
Yeah, Robert England's there with.
Okay, I'll talk to. Okay, I'll say this to Robert England then.
Yeah.
Hey, can I speak to you for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Uh, I will. I'll pay you any price for this. But you frequent this place, yeah?
Yeah.
Could you, in your little sort of social circles, the people who who come here and all that, could you spread the word that in 2 days there's going to be a big fight, real showstopper, and someone paid off the cops to so that no one would know about it. Can you just like tell people that and like get that word out there?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Thanks, bud. I think Ash. I think Ash. I don't know if it's. I don't know how this works. I don't know if the money is fake, but Ash does hand him a $50 bill from Benedict's wallet.
Oh.
When you open when you open Benedict's wallet, you do have you do find a business card for Amadeus Leo, who is a recognizable name in the Leo crime family, the main rival to Minerva. Excuse me, I must step away for 1 sec. I must step away from 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves about your plan.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, if this pays off, right? He's gonna come back in 2 days, and we'll tell the cops that he's there anonymously, so that he doesn't come on us, and we'll be golden.
Right, but how will the cops believe us when we tell them that Benedict is a culprit?
I could be a cop.
You could be the cop.
Yeah, I suppose. Give me a sec. Right, because you can use the Queen's Masquerade. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure because I don't remember you using it very often.
Yeah, I think I used it once in the first
Yeah.
episode.
Okay, so Jackie uses the Masquerade to pass as a cop, give the cop information that Benedict is the culprit for the murder and the assault, and that the fight is gonna happen in 2 days. Is that the long and short of it?
Yeah. See, that's the plan at least.
Okay, that could work.
So, I missed that while I was had to step away for a second there. What's the full plan here?
We're going to so we're gonna lure Benedict with a fight. Jackie is gonna disguise herself as a cop to convince the other cops that Benedict is the culprit, and then we're gonna put in an anonymous tip that Benedict is going to be at the arena.
Okay. This does seem like a multi-step plan that really should do it. We have never had to do one of these, but this sounds like a force majeure check.
Ooh, awesome.
I need to find where the rules for that is because I don't have never done it, so I don't actually have those off the top of my head.
Page 29 under 199.
29. Thank you. 57, 20. Force majeure. All right. When a major obstacle comes to a head, either in or out of combat, where the party can come together, the GM may request the party take place in a force majeure check. Blah, blah, blah. This is for major obstacles that would normally require more than 2 checks to overcome. I reveal more reverse cards. Minimum should be 5. Maximum is 3 per player character. To determine the exact value of non-combat force. All right, so 1 check to spread the rumor of the fight. 1 check for Jackie to convince the cops.
And I guess one check for Benedict to be convinced to come into
and
the arena, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say this is going to be 6 cards, and you may all choose whether you are drawing diplomatic or underhanded individually.
For me, I have 2 in either, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
I still think it's more underhanded than diplomatic, but like it's up to you both.
they are equal for me as well. So
Same here. Yeah.
well,
Okay. Well, and then it's for flavor. I think underhanded makes
is more in the
sense.
spirit.
Yeah.
Being sneaky.
Alrighty, draw 2. And for this one, I would put the card we play under the reverse card, not on top of it, because we can move them around, because we might be able to cover multiple cards with one card, you know?
Mm.
Like, if I have a wand and you have a wand, we might not want to put it in the same wand, you know?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll wait for those to get reversed.
I'm just scrolling. I'm sorry. I'm just going to the reference to see what the chariot does. Da, 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 da.
If I recall correctly, it's not able to be covered in some situation.
This cannot be matched if the check is not using quick, which this is not.
Yeah, but we can survive, I think. I think that's all of us getting 1 XP, though, so that's good. I think. Unless I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I don't...
It doesn't say that you don't.
Yeah, so that means it does. Alright. Let's see. So I'm going to get started with mine. And... So yeah, I can cover these 2. We need to match at least 4. So if either of you can match 1 each, we're good.
I can match.
Okay, I can match it. I can match 1, and I have a
I can match this one, and
major.
I can match. I can.
Oh
match
hell yeah! 6x6.
this on here.
And that works. Since this is a plan that takes multiple days, this explains why Joe gets healed back up too by the power of the sun card.
Yeah. So I think that does us 2 HP split amongst us three.
Jackie's still at full HP, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're the only one who's taken any hits.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, if either of you take one, that's good, I guess. But the important part is we did succeed.
You did You did succeed. Wanna just da 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 da. Okay, Max, yeah, how does that interact with the sun? Because the sun heals all PCs.
Let me double check real quick. I don't know if this triggers. Okay, yeah, I didn't specify if the Major Arcana upright trigger. I think it makes more sense if they don't in this case because otherwise it would be a bit too powerful.
Okay.
So I'm gonna add that to the next version, the final version of the rulebook.
Okay, yeah, then yeah, so somebody has to take two. Somebody has to take 2 HP between the three of you.
It can be split, so any two people can take one HP instead.
I can take 1 HP since it was my plan, or I can take both.
it makes sense for Jackie to take either one or both as well. 'Cause-
All right, we'll each take one.
Okay.
The stress of having to pretend to be a cop. Also, did you spend your EP to turn it to use that spell?
All right. Yeah. So, or
Okay.
would it be possible to backfill kind of a conversation with fake Benedict?
Oh yeah, yeah, totally.
Faked
To try and,
Benedict does not have the power to make. Faked Benedict does not have the power to make copies. He cannot give that to you.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Down to
That was smart, but no, it's not quite a multiple man situation where you can just make where the copies can make copies.
that's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Think of it.
So at that point, you will never actually know if you go get the real guy. Yeah, I think your plan pretty much goes off without a hitch. Then couple days later, Benedict is arrested and confesses to trying to set up Joe and attacking them at the police station. And yeah, they're going to go face those murder and those murder charges. And Joe, would Joe press charges for being attacked at the police station, or would you just let that go?
Honestly, normally she would let it slide, but this one was like led her to a pretty dark place, so she would press charges for that one. Like she'd make an exception for it.
Okay, then that'll go to trial 2 there. And I think that's
So I'm a bit disappointed that this was not a what Joe situation though. Like there wasn't an actual evil Joe, like a
Okay.
Joe.
I think
mean,
you're
there could
around
still be
here.
one out there.
Yeah, that's true. There could
But
still be one out there.
the fate of that copy has never been resolved.
Oh, that's true. They might not like disappear. You don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Um. So yeah, you go back to work the next. I guess you with this resolved, you the three of you can just go back to work. What's it like after this? Like, what is Joe like after being framed for murder,
Well,
suspecting your coworker and friend?
you know what they
Did
say,
you talk
what
about
doesn't kill
this?
you, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So like now she is like a bit more like she believes that Ashley is not out to get her, and like she is a bit more like the bonds between her and Ash are a bit stronger for it. It's like it was tempered in the fires of a police station.
I mean, okay, Ash doesn't know you went through this arc.
Yeah, do you tell Ash about this?
Oh, of course not. Of
Yeah.
course not. That's too embarrassing. Like Joe is definitely bottling up that she thinks that Ash has it out for her. And it's gonna happen again, obviously, but
This
like she's
this
never
cannot
gonna
possibly
tell
this
Ash.
cannot possibly have repercussions.
Thankfully, this was less scarring than the time that last week for her.
Yeah,
So less scarring despite being literally on fire.
yeah.
All right. I think then we are good to start wrapping up. Let's take a look at our XP and GP stuff. Does anyone want to change any Arcana links? I feel like there's definitely
Yeah,
been
at
some.
this point, probably.
I feel like some people have
Yeah.
definitely had some relationships change in the last couple sessions.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna change the hangman to go to upright. Let me think about it for like the new statement. But yeah, like the
All right.
hangman was Ash's Arcana link.
What was it? What was it previously? The
So now
one.
previously was Ash Bianchi is mysterious but effective, and now it is gonna be something like Ash Ash Bianchi is the arbiter of my karma and my friend.
um.
I love how I started this session with, Joe, you have a really good head on your shoulders.
And since this is increased, I think I get 2 XP. Let me double check that.
Yep. That's what it is. When it goes to upright, you get 2 XP.
Yeah. 17. Wow.
I feel like I should increase one of mine. My uh my links are for Joe. I have the moon reversed, and for Jackie, I have the lovers upright. I'm trying to think. I feel like I should change. I should change one of those, but I don't know what way to change them would make the most sense.
What's your current statement for Joe?
The current statement for Joe is Joe knows how to help take the edge off.
Okay, so this is a wild guess. Not guess. Like this is like maybe a far. What's the word? A far shot. Long shot. This might be a long shot, but like maybe because Joe managed like almost not fully, but almost solve her own framing. Maybe something about like Joe is surprisingly good at detective work or something.
Yeah, I think that works. Yeah. Joe makes a surprisingly good detective.
Also, I think I'm gonna forge a Arcana link because I don't have a third one yet with Robert England.
Okay. What is your bond with Robert England?
Robert is rough and tumble and has my back. And I'm probably gonna put that on strength.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Any arcane links changes for Jackie?
I think I'm gonna change Jackie's one for Ash, from like reverse to upright, and it's Ash Bianchi is a skilled detective, but they're not afraid of a good time.
All right. Now let's do our. I think everybody's. Did anyone do it? XP stuff all looks right. Let's go through the DP stuff then. Jackie, you're Praxis. How do I fool others? You did not claim position of authority. You did pretend to be a cop.
At the last minute.
Yeah, that counts.
That counts.
Hey,
When do I feel the truth is important? When lying would get me caught. Did you tell the Did lying get you caught, or did you tell the truth to avoid getting caught at some point?
Well, she did tell the truth about who the actual criminal was to the cops at the end, but I don't know if that counts because it's the same action as the other one. So
yeah, I don't think you could double dip it. Those go in GP, not XP. There, you.
all right.
All right, now let's see what does. Where did all your XP go? You definitely had like a whole bunch this session.
Yeah, I didn't catch it the first time, so I was planning to just like watch the stream back and then count it then.
Okay.
Also, I spent 3 at the start of the session.
I mean, you could just hit undo until the number goes back to what it was before.
Oh. There's a bunch. I'll fix that at some point.
Okay, anyways, we're going to go to Joe now. What are your questions? What makes my wealth? The friends I've cultivated and helped. I mean, Robert England did come in there and help you, and so did your coworkers. You didn't know it at first, but they were there. They were there in the end.
that's true. That's probably worth one.
Yeah. How do others benefit from my power? A friendly smile and a stiff drink can help most people. I definitely don't think that's where it is. You went to a very dark place this episode.
Yeah, and also I didn't serve any alcohol to anyone, so.
Well, I mean, you technically did to the coffee of Robert Kennedy.
Yeah, I guess.
But no, that does not count. Not missed. And Ash, your questions are: how do I get ahead of my competition? By being willing to sacrifice any part of myself. I don't really think you sacrificed much of yourself this time.
Yeah, probably not.
What aspect of myself do I build up? My empathy.
I would argue that I used empathy by being able to figure out the heart of what Benedict wanted and by being able to convince everyone to go along with my plan.
Yeah, you know what? I will accept that. Yeah.
The GP points are such a good mechanic because every time I get one, I'm like, yes, I'm getting a good grade in role playing.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that is possible and desirable to.
Yeah.
technically, you can give XP for good role playing, but like that's like a very fringe rule. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna get used a lot. But like, it is enough. It is an option you have.
All right then. I do believe that is everything for for the game at the moment. Pixel, tell people where they can find you and Arc City Arcane Blues.
You can find me on Blue Sky at Pixel Bismuth, and you can find the game itself, RC Arcade Blues, at pixelbismuth.ish.io/acab, ACAB. Pixel Bismuth, all in one word.
All right. April, assuming people can still not find you online, what should they look for instead?
This week I've been playing a lot of a game called Tactical Breach Wizards, and
I heard that game's
it
pretty
has some very strong kind of Arc City vibes as far as like mostly normal modern day setting, but magic does exist.
Hmm.
It's like gameplay wise, it's a lot like XCOM with more like bouncing around, like a lot of like pushing units around with weird moves. It's fun. I know.
Yeah, the game looks pretty tight.
It's true. Like every time I mention Arc City on a different on various servers, people keep bringing up Tactical Breach Wizards. It's a comparison thing. Roxy, what should people look for? What should people look for? If they can't find you.
Yeah, so last week I mentioned Killer 7, and sort of I want to continue in the realm of media with plural representation, both good and bad. This time it's good. The PS1 RPG Xenogears has a main character with a fairly grounded representation of dissociative identity disorder. Um, and yeah, it's like pretty well done. And that game generally has a really good story. High recommend.
All right.
Which
And
one?
Yeah, that one.
I've never played it, but I have it. I got stuck once. Basically, it's the worst thing. I killed my like. I could not play it anymore because I got stuck at one point and I lost like 2 hours of playtime.
all right. I am Healy. You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at M of Healy, and you can find my podcast about ranking fictional characters in arbitrary challenges, Battle of the Blorbos, on Twitter at Battle of Blorbos Pod, where I will link to the episodes as they come out monthly, which one just did today, where we ranked Pinkie Pie, Yuffie Kisaragi, Haruhi Suzumiya, Firefly from Honkai Star Rail, and Millicent Rice from the Jumper series of novels. And I also post weekly matchups from the upcoming episodes. The current one on the Twitter right now is who will last the longest in a game of the weakest link, Haruhi Suzumiya or Risk a Circuit.
That one gives you food for thought.
And I might as well tell you what's going up because the next poll is going up tomorrow because it's the start of the new month. So the day they come out changes. Rysand from A Court of Thorns and Roses versus Peridot from Steven Universe. Who will win the Mortal Kombat tournament against Outworld?
I mean, that one is a bit. It's a bit hard to say. Not Ryzen. Ryzen can't do anything.
I mean, there are many things that Ryzen can't. There are many things that Ryzen can't do.
Oh yeah, like manipulate the metal with his mind.
Or
Yeah,
go
that's
from
the thing.
second place to first place.
That hasn't happened. That doesn't happen until November.
Sorry.
Anyways, I think that is all for us right now. We are all on the table RPGs. You can follow us here on Twitch and YouTube, and support us on Patreon to help pay the staff, so we could do more things like this. Um, you this game, the Goblin's Whisper, is every Tuesday, and on alternating Saturdays we got Secrets of Small Gods and Artifacts of Romulus. I remember Secrets of Small Gods is Pathfinder 2E, and Artifacts of Romulus is D&D 5e, and so you like your more traditional adventure fantasy. You could check out those two. And with that, I believe that is everything for us. So, good night.
Right.
Everyone.